Hello, hello. We are live. How are you,
Hello.
Stephen?
Hello, Marco. Nice to see you again. It's Wednesday again. It's 5 p.m. in the UK and Portugal. Time flies, really. It doesn't seem a week since
Absolutely.
we were last live.
Absolutely, absolutely. He flies and he doesn't come back, which is the worst thing of that.
Yeah, you've got to think that we're actually progressing. I mean, the news of the vaccine is absolutely brilliant and gives us something to look forward to. The only question is timing. To have two vaccines over 90% effective is well, it's just good. The best news we could have. It's an early Christmas present.
Absolutely. Well, I think there's another one from China with the same effectiveness percentage. So let's hope all of them could could make effect. Hello, Fernando. Como estás? Well, for those of you who are watching us, please let us know where are you, on which platform are you watching us, and engage with our conversation. How was the week? Hello, Chris, as usual. Good to
Chris,
have. Ça va, Chris? Comment ça va?
ça va bien, merci. This is
On
going
veut
well.
savoir comme les choses sont à Belgique. I think it's the
I'll
way
let,
to ask. Okay, but I think Chris
I'll let,
got
I'll let Chris
got it.
translate that one. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Stephen, any news on the live stream world? Did you found any amazing tool?
I'm testing a couple of things, but I'm can't talk about them. That's good.
They
Yeah,
are a secret.
just to say that there are things that are going to be here either later this year or early next year, which will make a change to everybody's experience on Be Live, uh, and will improve it. Anything new on Restream, Marco?
As far as I saw, I didn't see anything new by this side. I
No.
think it's well they because they made lots of improvements. Maybe now they are working on the not visible side, maybe on servers and everything, because they had some issues before. So maybe they are working on that. I think by now the platform is a little more reliable. So let's hope they are working on that, because
Yeah.
that's a big thing on the live stream world.
Reliability. Yeah, I can't. I've got to have a green screen. I've got to have a picture on it. There we are. That's better. I feel at home now. I don't have a green screen. Yeah, stability is key, because basically we're now expecting to go out in HD with high quality sound on Facebook and on YouTube, and soon on LinkedIn. But the major change that started to happen, and I've seen it with several people that we know, is that people are promoting YouTube over Facebook. So when you schedule a broadcast to Facebook and YouTube, you don't promote the Facebook because you don't know where it's going to be. And you can't do that when you go live. The only thing you can promote is YouTube. So I started this week, instead of actually posting the Facebook first post, is posting YouTube link. And people have slowly been coming over to YouTube. Because if you can't get found, it's pretty pointless, really.
Yeah, it's funny, and even on LinkedIn, for instance,
Yeah.
you get better results if you share a LinkedIn a YouTube video, for instance, instead of a LinkedIn video,
Oh,
which is LinkedIn being LinkedIn,
oh yeah.
because that's and by the way, I'm premiering my new YouTube channel. And why did I'm starting a new YouTube channel? Because my main channel, I have there three different languages, which may be not a good policy. People may get confused, and so this guy, he's making videos in so many different languages. After all, I don't know which language is the main language. If, for instance, I think that for Portuguese people, I think it's not for my following. It's not a big deal to have some videos on Spanish or English, but for my English following or Spanish following, I don't think it's a good idea to have more than one language there. So now I have 3 different channels, and
Right.
I will focus in each of them in Portuguese, English, and Spanish. So I think things will be more proper instead of mixing everything, and I can focus here. I will focus on my English content, and it's another way to put the batteries on to start creating content on each language. I think it's a responsibility I'm putting on my shoulders by doing this.
Yeah, but I think it's a great move because, as you say, if you've got the 3 language channels, then when people actually go there, they know that they're going to get content in their own language. So yeah, I applaud what you've done. Now, where can we find you? If I was looking now for Marco Novo English channel, where would I go?
I made it a marketing channel. I think it's not hard to find me.
So MARCOTING.
Let me write it down.
Okay. No. It's actually how to Marco. It says how to do marketing. Marketing is actually a thing. It actually exists. Right. Okay. I'll try and spell it correctly this time. How's that?
And filter the search by channel. Maybe it will ease the process.
Oh no, YouTube doesn't want to know. Mind you, I am still misspelling it. Just a minute. This is an experimental show. It's not. Well, it's a new okay. No, I'm struggling, and then we're on a live show. We shouldn't ignore everybody. If you find Marco's channel, then let me know. Well, that's the thing. It's about getting found, isn't it? I mean, in order to if you've got a new channel, then you've got to sort of publish the links everywhere so that people get used to them.
Yeah,
and that's not an easy process. It's not an easy process. Anyway, could you?
I found it. I will send you through, and it seems we are live there.
Good, good.
I will send you working here in the chat.
Brilliant. Okay.
So you can follow me there.
And that's a clickable link, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, now I've got the link, I can find the video and then I can share it on my timeline. Yeah. So I'm hiding the
Well, we have a question from Fernando. Well, we have this comment from Chris. Let me try to read this. Stephen, let's make a contest. I will read it. You will read it, and Chris will say which one of us it's the best reader.
All right. Okay. Fine. Guten Abend, Marco and Stephen. In België is het nog steeds spannend door the lockdown van COVID. Don't know what the Dutch for 19 is.
Okay. Well, I think you raise it too much the bar. Shame on you, Stephen. Goedenavond, Marco en Stephen. In België is het nog steeds spannend door de lockdown van COVID-19. Please, Chris, let us know which one was the better reader.
You've had a slight advantage there. Because I did it. Yeah, your influence. Well, you must have been. Okay, next time we'll do it the other way around.
Okay, now it's let's keep the contest. Now it's time to read this one. Which one will be reading better? This one.
Well, you should get this 100%. I'd say top Boa Aposta.
Well, it's a good move. Right. Well, let me see what Fernando is asking here. Marco, se bem percebi, devemos partilhar conteúdos noutras plataformas, tirando as pessoas de.
Wrong answer, Chris.
Thank you.
I don't mind.
Well. Let me get back to Fernando's comment. Marco, se bem percebi, devemos partilhar conteúdos noutras plataformas, tirando as pessoas de onde estão, tipo publicar no YouTube e colocar o link no Facebook. Fernando is asking about, and it's a good question. He's asking about moving people away from a platform to another one. For instance, like publishing a LinkedIn, a YouTube video, a YouTube link on Facebook.
If you publish a YouTube link on Facebook, there's no problem with it. People can see an image from YouTube. You can see the title of the broadcast. What you can't see, if it's a scheduled YouTube video, is you can't see the date and time. So you have to really, within the title, say 10 a.m. Today, to give people a chance. When people are on Facebook and they press the link that you've copied, they'll be taken straight to YouTube. So to that extent, it works. I mean, I was on a rant yesterday. I was ranting about the problems Facebook are causing. I won't go through that because I did it yesterday. But wouldn't it be good if YouTube and Facebook would talk to each other and play each other's videos? Just something as simple as that. I know they're in competition. I know they've got their own income streams from advertisements. The advertisements are reliant on our creating content. If we don't create content, they've nowhere to advertise to because there's nothing to watch. So we do have power, but unfortunately, it's individual power rather than group power. And there's little we can do at the moment. But if I had a Christmas wish, my Christmas wish would be, first of all, to spend Christmas with family. And the second one would be, as far as live video is concerned, for YouTube and Facebook to come to an understanding. Whereas if you go live on one platform, you can actually be seen on the other. And it's not rocket science.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Well, but about Fernando's question, the thing is, usually if you share a video on Facebook, which is from YouTube, you lose reach. Yes, you lose it because it's not the same. But the main question here is, where do you want to get the biggest amount of following? Because we already talked about this, Stephen. Facebook is losing traction every day. Each day we lose traction. The question here is, a good thing about this is that from time to time you don't have to do it every day. And the other thing you can do, Fernando, is to share the same video on Facebook and YouTube, and then try to bring the link from YouTube to Facebook and also to LinkedIn. Because I've noticed that on LinkedIn, if you share the YouTube video, sometimes you get more engagement than if you share it on the LinkedIn itself. And there's another problem about LinkedIn, which is you can only upload videos up to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, which is another limitation.
It definitely is. I mean, I always post the YouTube video on LinkedIn because of the better quality, and because not incredibly, not everybody who's on LinkedIn is actually on Facebook. So if you put a Facebook link on there, then some people just wouldn't see it, and you'd have an empty feed. I've applied for the third time to be on LinkedIn Live, and I've got my fingers crossed that this time I can actually be hosting a broadcast on LinkedIn using BeLive. And I'm hoping that that takes place before the end of the year. I mean, how do you find LinkedIn Live generally? Do you enjoy being there? That's the first question.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think, and things are starting to move on LinkedIn on my side about live shows. And again, we should have in mind LinkedIn. It's a business platform. It's not a mainstream platform, you know. So you don't have to. If you have a small audience, a small following on LinkedIn, you shouldn't wait for hundreds of people, of thousands of people watching your live shows. But what I notice is that my live videos are being watching by the right people, you know.
Yeah.
For instance, the other day I got a connection from someone who was watching my shows, and I had no idea that she was watching my shows. And well, a good thing, I think, there are people using hashtags, search on and targeting people by hashtags on LinkedIn. Okay, and that's why I'm using them on my posts. So she found me. I had no idea she was following me. And then she came to me and she said, "Well, you're on the live streaming and blah 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 blah." So I think it's not about big numbers again. It's not, but by uh, getting to targeting the right people. And I think it's a good platform for us to go live. Okay, because I think maybe on Facebook people like to watch another kind of live shows. Okay, maybe from some of dressing, because I see people selling clothes on Facebook, and they have huge audience.
Oh yeah.
And again, another option is entertaining live videos. I think it's a good option also. But if you want to focus a little bit more in a business side of live streaming, for me, YouTube and LinkedIn are the most appropriated platforms.
True.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to reaching LinkedIn. And so is Chris.
You have a supporter on your cause.
Oh, truly. I hope that Stephen can go live with BeLive on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn before December 15th. Fingers definitely crossed. We have a big.
I'm about. It was on 20 something of December. I got my LinkedIn Live. I started screaming and running into my house around and around. Oh my god! I have LinkedIn Live.
LinkedIn, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we have Harper here. Hello, Harper.
Hello, Harper.
Hope next week you can join us.
Indeed, and it's good to see you in Tucson, Arizona.
It's a big deal having a LinkedIn Live because I think LinkedIn has around 600 or 500 million users, and I think, even though lately I've seen that some people got LinkedIn Live because I've seen some celebrations. But I think there are below 5,000 people with LinkedIn Live. It's amazing, and I've heard some people saying that maybe they wouldn't open LinkedIn Live to everyone.
Well, I will wait and see. I can understand because the overhead, I mean, the actual storage that's required to do live video. I mean, if you think about it, you and I probably do between 6 and 10 hours a week, and that's just us. So if you multiply that by 500 million, that's a lot of storage required, a lot of servers required.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I can see an economic case because I mean, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube are all free, you know. So
I, I think it's the main point for this is because of quality. I think
yeah.
because they want to maintain the platform as business side, uh, and I think some people are not prepared for that. Maybe some will start talking about things who doesn't matter on LinkedIn. Maybe, well, I think again, maybe this could be a tiny thing, but
An image to protect. I can understand that. And if people were going on there smoking, uh, whatever they were smoking, and drinking whatever they were drinking, then that's the image tarnished. So I can agree that they have a bar, as we spoke about earlier, and you've got to be well, you've got to prove yourself. I mean, when I applied, they said, okay, make sure you keep uploading your recorded videos so that when we actually do look at your page, we can see what sort of videos you make. So I'm uploading a video a day onto LinkedIn. So hopefully that will make some impression. Hopeful.
yeah.
So hope
but
so.
but there's again I've seen people talking about the criteria for LinkedIn to allow us to go live, and for those listed, I think I didn't match almost anyone.
It's right time. You got
because
in. Once you're in,
because
you win.
because for instance, they
Okay.
said, okay, you should be active on LinkedIn. I was not. You should have a good following. I had below 1,000.
Okay.
You should upload videos on LinkedIn. Just think about my what I said before about my presence.
Mhm.
So it didn't match. Also, I think the only reason I think they gave me it's because I was doing live streaming. But for instance, you're doing more than I do, and you didn't have the this possibility.
No, I mean, basically, you can only go to do so many things, and LinkedIn's not really high on my list of
Well,
things I want to do. Now, that all changed, of course, when BeLive can broadcast to LinkedIn, of course. Uh,
I think for you maybe this thing could be the your problem. I think LinkedIn gave a kind of quota to each country
uh-huh.
to allow people to do LinkedIn Live. And I believe I'm almost sure that, for instance, there could be more people asking LinkedIn Live on UK than in Portugal. So
Yeah.
they looked at Portugal. Let's see the guys who are asking about going LinkedIn Live. Okay, this guy. Okay, so maybe this could be the reason, because some, and again, lots of people likes to go very scientific on explanations. I'm more pragmatic, because for instance, what may work for me could not work for you, and vice versa. you know so uh, that's the point, for instance, because maybe when I applied the second time, and was not very different than when I applied on the first time. I think you have a community bigger than the one I had when I applied for the second time.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure that you go live often than me because you go every day. I'm not.
You seem to be.
Well. No, not really, not really.
Okay, no, okay, I'll take that.
And you're uploading videos, which I think I if in a good scenario I was in a very no not good a very good scenario I was making a post each week on LinkedIn by that time. So I think for me it's a quota thing, and I believe that in England there's or UK there's a lots of competition to get LinkedIn Live. For instance, here in Portugal, as far as I know, we should be less than 10 people with LinkedIn Live.
Right. Okay.
And
yeah, I know people in the UK have got LinkedIn Live. Ian Anderson Gray and one or two others. There aren't too many people there. You're quite right. It is obviously a selection process, and they've got quotas. I can understand that as well. But we shall see. We shall see. Okay, now just back to Chris's comment about December 15th. Chris and I have an important interview where we're co-hosting a broadcast on Be Live, and we're interviewing the lady who started Zomaflex. And if I pronounce that wrongly, Chris, let me know. And it's an interview we're actually going to do together, because it will be an interview which is both in an interview in two languages.
Oh, good.
So there you are. I mean, that cuts which channel does the YouTube video go on? Does it go on the English channel or the French channel or the Dutch? Yeah. Okay. Take your point. Right. Okay. But I found actually this is absolutely brilliant. The only video that's on the Marketing English channel at the moment is this one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah,
I have another
honoured.
one scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I will start uploading my recorded videos.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I have these guest suggestions from my shows, Marketing Live shows, and I will make a playlist with them, and then I will bring some tutorials about live streaming tools and Trello, so I have more content. But
Okay, just a minute.
I hope I hope till the end of the year I could get up to 10 subscribers on my channel.
Well, I've made a start, Marco. I've actually just subscribed to your channel.
Oh, thank you.
There you are. It's a start.
Well, it's good. It's good because I have, let me see, I have my Portuguese channel, I have the Spanish, and then I have another one where I make my podcast with Tony.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with your subscription, I will get a half of the, the amount I'm willing.
Basically, now it's down to marketing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're actually taking a brand new channel, and the challenge is to find the viewers. So, do you have a plan?
Well, the good thing about starting a new channel, Stephen, is that you don't have problems that, for instance, the channel I've now have, I think, more than 300 videos there, and I believe that at least 80% of them don't have proper description, title, tags, and everything. So I think it's easiest for me to start a new one and doing everything the right way.
Yes.
Then getting back and optimizing each video. And okay, and for instance, another thing I've been talked before is that YouTube videos have his own concept format, you know.
Yeah.
So, and if you are making videos because you want to share your idea, it's good, but you should think about making in the YouTube way, you know, a strong starting, an intro, and then ask people to don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the bell and everything, because I don't have this on my videos I made before. And now I have in mind, okay, I should make this video for YouTube. So let me put on the script everything I need to say, everything I need to do to make it a real YouTube video.
Point taken. We've got courses on Udemy, you and I, in English, Spanish, and Portuguese, training about BeLive. And we've got the option of, we could take those videos from Udemy and put them on Skillshare. Yeah. And we could have two sets of income from the same set of videos. But the problem is that if you create videos for Udemy, then assure us, well, you must certainly have said somewhere in the course, and look for this on Udemy, you'll find this on Udemy, and it'll all be about Udemy. So you can't take the video from Udemy to Skillshare. And that's a similar situation. You can't really take a Facebook video to YouTube. So I agree, broadcasting specifically for YouTube. Yeah. So do you think that Facebook is going to drop out the equation? Will you still broadcast on Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I'm on, because live video it's another thing. One thing it's uploading record videos, and I will do specific videos for YouTube. Live videos, it's another thing at my in my opinion, and I've seen lots of YouTube experts saying, okay, it's okay to go live on YouTube. There's not a problem, but you should not put all the coins on there. Okay, you should it's good to have these videos straight to the point, because for instance you are making a tutorial, you are making, okay, the 7 things you should not doing while you go live. If you do this kind of videos, if you record this video while you're live, you may be okay, you can be talking, and then it comes Steven, and hello Steven, how are you, and then it comes Chris, hello Chris, how are you, and then comes Fernando, how are you Fernando, and it's not a good thing if you want to make a straight to the point video. Okay, so we should balance between videos straight to the point and others doing in a most informal way, I think.
Well, I mean, live video lends itself to being informal. Recorded video, you can be instructional, or you can be marketing. They're different. Like I said, different animals, but they are different ways of actually doing the video. I mean, I've been doing the Udemy courses for BeLive, then I moved them over to YouTube, and I'm going to start in December doing BeLive 2021, because it's 6 months since I did the videos and things have changed. But they will be specifically about BeLive and training on BeLive, and there won't be any conversation in there because it's done as a recorded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I use Camtasia to do my recordings, and it's absolutely brilliant. But there is the new widget on Vimeo, and that works as well. If you just want to capture a web page with your cell phone camera, and it's free to use, and they store the video for free, and it's very high quality. It is HD, so that's a possibility. Might use that within the 2021 course.
Well, Steven, we have this amazing message. Please pay attention to this.
Hello.
If you want to become famous.
Hello on Twitch.
Okay, I'm so thrilled to be famous because I'm only known on my street. So
I,
I want to become
I
famous.
know you want to be famous. We all want to be famous, but you can't just be famous. You can't be famous because you say you're famous. It
Oh
doesn't
my
work
God.
that way. You
That
can't call yourself a guru. Somebody else has got to do it. Yeah.
absolutely.
And
Yes,
you
absolutely.
can't hope to market how to be famous because it doesn't work that way. Becoming well known and respected is the first stage to becoming famous. And that's basically, given that we're going to take the topic over and take our lead from our Twitch friend, that basically you have to become known, liked, and trusted before you can become famous. In other words, you have to build a circle of friends. Now, Marco and I, through years of broadcasting, have built a circle of friends, and we're known for live broadcasting. But it's not come about by accident. It's because we actually help people. Yeah. And we help people with BeLive, we help people with Restream, we help people with StreamYard, we help people with any questions at all.
OBS, vMix.
And sometimes we've got to charge for it, but we do give our expertise for free. And that's about becoming well known. But as for famous, what is famous? What's fame to you, Marco?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's appear on the magazines.
You want to be in the newspapers and magazines.
Yeah, maybe. But I already appeared on the newspaper of my village. Well, but the other problem with this comment is buying followers. Which followers? You
Yeah,
know,
good point.
which followers do they want to see? Well, first of all, they are fake followers. They are not even real people. But the problem is, it's not about the amount of people which are following you. Okay, it's about how important it is to the people who are following you, how important it is for them what you are sharing on the social media platforms. Because there are so many people saying, and it makes some sense for me, remove mostly on Instagram, for instance, and Twitter, and maybe the following you have on your Facebook page. Remove all the zombies you have there because they are making a load. And if you have lots of people, but they are not engaging, it's bad for you. So don't will to have millions of followers if they don't engage, if what you're sharing doesn't mean anything to them.
That's true. And platforms have changed over the years. If you take Twitter, Twitter used to be about quick conversations. You had an hour-long chat where people would actually all go on Twitter and a question and answer session, and it worked brilliant. And they're still going, but Twitter chats have dwindled. So Twitter is really where people actually broadcast now. I mean, I wouldn't go on Twitter now to say, "Good morning, Marco." Yeah? If I want to say good morning, Marco, I'd go to Facebook Messenger.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Because when Twitter started, we didn't have Facebook Messenger. So it was a way of starting a conversation. The way of starting a conversation now is Facebook Messenger, or what's that other one called? WhatsApp, or
WhatsApp,
there's
yes.
so many communication systems all about. Right, okay, we're talking about being famous, and you bring your local newspaper. I was actually on regional television, but I've got to go back a little bit here. This is a true story. I'm not going to say when it took place, but I'm going to say that I lived in a town called Nelson, Lancashire, which is about 20 miles north of Manchester. We all know Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started work as a trainee accountant, an article clerk, earning £6, €8 a week. So it was a while ago. And my fellow trainees suggested that we should actually raise money for charity. And we had what in those days was called a school special school, which was in need of funds. So we decided that we would actually break. Have you heard of the Guinness Book of Records?
Yes, yes,
Good.
yes.
Okay. There was a record in the Guinness Book of Records for non-stop darts playing. Okay. And the idea was that you would play darts 4 hours on, 4 hours off, 2 teams of 2. So you played for 4 hours, then you had 4 hours sleep, then you played for 4 hours, you had 4 hours sleep. That was the rota. Those were the rules set by Guinness Book of Records. So we said, right, okay, we'll do this. The record was 119 hours, 45 minutes, which is just short of 5 days. So we knew that we had to do 120 hours. You had to do 5 days non-stop darts playing, 4 hours on, 4 hours off. And we were members of the local darts team at the KSC. So we had people to support us. And we started. And of course, you start with excitement. You're actually going to do this. And then by the third day, your spirits are a bit down. You're thinking, why did I get myself involved in this? and because you've seen dartboards in your sleep. Yeah. And also, it's actually taking place in a working men's club, a licensed premises. So people are bringing up pints of beer. Okay. Now, a normal night, if somebody buys you a pint, you can actually play darts a bit better than you could before you started drinking it. But when you're doing a marathon, drinking beer is not a good idea. On the fourth day, though, and this is the claim to fame, we'd been in the local newspaper that we're actually doing this 5-day darts marathon. The local Granada television got involved, and they sent a reporting team over to the KSC in Nelson, where we're actually playing, and they interviewed us about why we were doing it, what we were doing, and they filmed us playing darts. And we actually just could be a long story. I'll cut it short though. We were playing darts. Day 1 was fine. Day 2 was fine. Day 3 was a bit iffy. Day 4, press were in. Spirits are lifted again. And day 5, we went into day 6, and we actually set a world record of non-stop darts playing of 121 hours. And that meant that we'd qualified for the Guinness Book of Records. Yeah, we knew that. And we'd been on local television, we'd been in the newspapers, and we had broken the world record. And we were world record holders. And I was still living at home at the time. My mum bought trophies for us, which said world record holders, to commemorate the occasion. And we raised £1,000, 1,200 euros for charity. And then the following week, because that was just, you got through it. That was an endurance test, and we got through it, we came through it, and we did raise money. So that was good, and it was an experience. I mean, you wouldn't do it twice. I wouldn't do it now. If you ask me again, I wouldn't do it now.
I was about to ask you.
Okay, so we become 4 local heroes for a short time. And they said, right, okay, you're all in the team this week. Now, we used to play darts on a Thursday night in a team, and a team of 8, and first to 5 wins. Yeah. So you win 5-3. So we were honored to go on and play. Do you know what happened?
No.
We all lost.
Oh,
after 120 hours practice, we all got beat, which just goes to prove practice does not make perfect. Thank you, Marco. But that was an experience.
Getting back to the studios.
It's our friend on Twitch brought that about.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay.
I didn't know that I had a celebrity with me. Guinness Book.
It was a few years ago, Marco. It was a few years.
Well, it should be nice, I think,
yeah.
Because I believe that you have this graphic situation. Okay, go, and then you have this. Okay, no, and then the press came again.
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed. Yeah, it lifted everybody's spirits to actually be on television. I mean, it was just an experience. It was grueling but enjoyable at the same time. And thank you, Chris, for the comment.
And again, we came to another thing that I think we can talk about it, which is consistency. And yesterday I had a live about personal branding and everything, and I talked about this again because I don't know about you, but I've noticing that mostly young people, they finish the college degree, okay, and then they come in LinkedIn. Okay, here I am. I finished my degree. Look how awesome I am. And then that's it. They sit there waiting for people to knock on their doors. Okay, you're amazing. Come work with me. And they don't have this dynamic, this consistency. Let me share content. Let me shine, so people can understand what can I do, which expertise I have, how I am different than the others, and everything. Let me add value to the network. And people, and I have this situation which is even more. How can I say? It's better, even better to illustrate this. Few months ago, some young people made this creative curriculum, by recording a video. Some even made a website, kind of the same way, the same layout of Netflix. A girl made an amazing. For me, it's an amazing job. She made Netflix and all the kind of the different kind of movie series and everything. She made his competences and these kind of things, and I think it's a big deal. I think it's a nice thing. The problem is it's only one shot, which is a problem. Okay, you make this one shot, it went well, but if it's an elephant, it's okay. It's a violent way to illustrate this, but I think I won't get banned because of this. But you should keep it flowing. And the other thing is the fact that you made a creative CV doesn't mean you will be good on your business, on your profession. It doesn't make you a good professional. And we think, okay, it's good to give that step ahead. Okay, it's good to be noticed as a creative person, but you should have in mind it's just the first step, and I should make the ball keep rolling.
It is. You can't be. We've got a saying in the UK. There's probably an equivalent in Portugal. You can't be a one-trick pony. You've got to have a portfolio of things that you've done. You've got to keep going. You don't do one thing and stop, do you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, we've got YouTube channels with all the broadcasts we've ever done. That's our CV. If anybody,
yeah, absolutely, yes, yeah. yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Because we're both involved in creating the live video production blueprint. I know you've not heard anything for a while, but things are going in the background. And basically, what Joe has done, Joe Shepherd, is he's put together the blueprint, and he's listed what you need to be called a developing broadcaster, a professional broadcaster, and there's a step above that as well. But it's all down to what musicians will call your back catalogue. It's all down to what you've done to this point. Okay, so you can't be a superstar and famous for live broadcasting if you've only ever done 2 live broadcasts or 20.
Yeah,
you can't produce somebody else. Well, as Joe, I agree with Joe here. You can't produce somebody else's show unless you've done your own, because you don't understand what's involved.
Yes.
So that live video production blueprint will be hopefully surfacing soon. But surfacing before that is your show tomorrow. Would you like to tell us about it at 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe, 3 p.m. Portugal time?
Well, it's a show about mentoring, and I've been talking with, because it's the second one I will do with Tony about mentoring and his crew. And we discussed before the show to set things, to talk about how show should be,
Yeah.
and we came to this situation, which is, and I've been talking about this also lots of times lately, which is the pressure social media puts on our shoulders to being perfect. Because, okay, I won't go live because I don't have the perfect webcam, I don't have the perfect look, I don't have the perfect voice, I don't have the perfect lights, I don't have the perfect microphone. And it's just an example, to with live streaming. It happens to the whole spectrum of things. It happens to business, it happens to even to go, but well, now it's not the point. But even when you have to go out with your friends, okay, I don't have the right shoes, the right dress, the right makeup, the right earrings. And that's one point, is it's to understand that when you're helping someone, you should say, you don't, is not a perfect world, it's the real world, and you adapt, you evolve. So stop with this. And the other thing he mentioned, and we will discuss, because it's connected with this also, it's how we act when things don't go as good as we think they should go, because it's another thing. Social media, is building in our minds that things are perfect to others, things always go right with others, and then when things don't go right with us, which happens often, and us, it's a lot, it's so many people, us, us, it's a lot of people. So
Mm.
I think it's
Yeah.
another thing important to manage when, and to talk about with younger people, because there's this rush, this thing that younger people thinks, okay, today you put the seed on the floor, and tomorrow you will have a big tree. And
Nope.
it's you don't have to water the seed, you don't have to put
Nope.
anything there. So it's what we call, and maybe some random topics as usual, how live streaming is.
Yeah, you can go. I mean, you can even start talking about darts. Anything can happen during a live broadcast, as we well know. But yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as instant fame or anything like that. There are superstars in live broadcasting, but they've not called themselves superstars. We just accept that they are. They're excellent at what they do, and we're not going to sort of embarrass them by actually naming them, because that wouldn't be good. They don't need that. They've got the publicity. They know what they're doing. Well, there you go.
And the other thing is, Stephen, and
Yeah.
I think it's important to think about this reflection, which is, and I'm sure you noticed this also, which is some, and let's narrow the thing and talking about live streaming, because you
Okay.
see, some people are good because they manage well the set. Some are good
Yeah.
because they have an amazing camera, they have an amazing backgrounds and everything. Some are good because they are entertaining. Some are good because they know how to manage interview. Some, again, it's like saying, okay, you're the best of the world in something. It's hard to say this, because there's so many things in the table. Because, okay, in this thing you may be the best one, but maybe if you look a little bit to the right or to the left or to the front or to the back, you see that in other things, the other one could be better, you know?
Yeah, the thing is that we live in an industry which is changing every day, and there's always something within your broadcast you can improve, whether it's looking directly at the camera,
Absolutely.
whether it's well, I mean, one of the things is that comes with time. And just bear with me a moment. Something will happen in a second or two. Hopefully, I probably won't be able to get this back where it was, but no, you're okay. Is
My
you can
God.
become you can become a giant, and that's not good. Or you can become really small. Yeah. What you've got to do, you've got to get to the stage where you're actually. I told you this. I spoke about this earlier, Marco. Trying to adjust the size in. No, that's about. Yeah, when you first start, if I look at the videos from 4 or 5 years ago, I was sat way back. Yeah.
I know what you
Way,
mentioned.
way back, and now you sort of face the camera, and it just feels natural, and it's something that you can't plan for. It just happens. I mean, we both know that the more you go live, the better you get.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Practice makes perfect, but we'd never be perfect. Our show won't be perfect.
That's the point. That's the point. Because, for instance, you improve the way you look at the camera. You improve the way you speech. But on the very next day, new cameras are released and they give you a better image. But you won't buy them. So
It's we're at a stage where the camera's shown pretty close to real life, which is damn good. And compared to 4 years ago, it's incredible that we've come so far in such a short space of time. We could have cameras which were able to zoom in and show us as we really are, but would people watch? That's the question. You don't want too high a definition, really. You
that's
can
the
you
point.
can go too far. Anyway, just a note: Blubbing for Britain is tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the UK with myself, John, and Peter. We'll be talking about the UK news as usual. It's episode 254.
No big deal.
No big deal. Well, the 250th was a
Oh my
celebration.
god.
So
Oh my god.
I'm looking forward to the 500th one, but that's
Uh,
way
it,
down the road.
it's right the next right around the corner. Well,
Yeah.
it's a huge number.
Let's
How,
just
how, how do how do you make it when because Blab went down? I think they were
yeah.
about 3 or 4 months. I think.
Yeah, we went from Blab to Smile Time to Huzza to Stage 10 to we had a grand tour. We did 4 or 5 different systems before Blab
Okay.
came around.
Okay.
But Blab, all those systems didn't go to Facebook. And when you went live in those days, people had to come to your house.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember.
And Facebook Live changed all that. So yeah.
Yes.
Can you remember your first broadcast?
Yeah, it was on Blab.
Yeah. That's where
It
it all
was.
began.
Yeah, and it was funny. It was funny because by that day I was looking for people, as you did, because when we are together with other people chatting, it's more entertaining. It's more funny, everything. And I was looking for people. I found a group of boys by that day, but they want to plan like we were planning the the D-Day, like
Okay.
like going to Normandy.
Mhm.
And I say, my God, why shouldn't they do this? So let's do it, and that's it. And you see, look where I am, and I don't know where they are.
Totally. I mean, a lot of people went to be live, but yeah, we lose track. That's it. We lose track of people. We lose track of people. I mean, I keep thinking I should have this superb CRM system with the name and email address of everybody I've ever contacted in the last 5 years. Okay. Because
Yes.
you can't remember them, and you don't see them around. People have gone to do different things. Yeah, well, that's what
Yeah,
life's
yeah, yeah.
about, doing
Yeah,
experiencing
yeah.
different things. But the thing is, through live video, we can do that every day. Every day is
Absolutely.
different. I mean, no two shows are the same. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes.
mean, today we've been Harperless. Yeah,
Yes.
we're
For
still
instance,
ready though.
yesterday my guest that's live streaming being live streaming. He was talking and he had amazing image, everything was okay, and then he froze, and then he disappeared, and then he came back with another computer, and again he disappeared. So there were works on the street, and he thinks that they cut it the fiber. So
Yeah.
he had to join me. He felt 2 times at least, and then he joined me by cell phone. But it was an amazing show. Thankfully, I can say that 99% of my guests were very good guests.
Right. Well, amazingly, if we haven't looked at the clock, but if we look at the clock now, it says 18:03.
Yeah,
Where did the time go?
absolutely.
Right now, as Marco started the show, I get the opportunity to actually close the show. It's only fair.
Okay.
So from
Be
Marco
my
and
guest.
myself, from Portugal and the UK, thank you for joining us today. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to the gentleman on Twitch for giving us some things to talk about, and also to Fernando and Harper, and thank you for joining us.
And
It's always a
Chris.
pleasure to go live to meet our friends and connect and chat and tell stories. And that's what it's all about, telling stories. And till next week, when
Bye
it's
bye.
mi casa,
Yeah. En tu casa.
su casa. Yes, it is. It's at my house on Restream. Take care, and we'll see you all again soon. Oh, it's up to
Bye bye.
you. It's up to you now. You can.
Bye bye. See you next week. Bye bye. Let's see if it works.
Okay.